Welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. Want to see something fun? Whee! Our next destination is the middle of the ocean. Chapter 18, Road to Elusia. Having learned the truth about Vale, the party heads to Elusia, where the Fell Dragon waits. For some reason we can't just cross the parts of the continents we've already been to. No, we have to go straight through by boat, but okay then. Well, it's a good thing we go by boat, because we have an important encounter here. And you'll never guess who it's with.
Vale gave the Ring of the Holy Knight to the Divine Dragon.
Actually, I never guessed, because I didn't expect Sombron to speak in this scene.
Apologies, my lord.
The Ring of Azure Twins lost as well. Twice my four hounds failed me. You do understand the gravity of all this.
Yes.
And Vale.
Still in a deep slumber. No matter how much I amplify her draconic impulses, she won't awaken.
She refuses her true nature. In that case, take this.
What is it?
An enchanted helmet. It will strengthen the spell you cast on her.
Don't you need to also give her a spear, so that with the magic helmet she can be in an opera?
My power with your spell will correct what is wrong with Vale.
I see.
Keep it safe. Use it when the time is right.
Of course. As you will it. There is something else I would like to discuss.
What?
Pardon me, Lord Sombron, but Lady Vale is your only child, correct?
My only living child?
Yes.
That is correct.
Of course. I was speaking from fear, not fact. Forgive me.
Why ask such a thing?
Vale believes one of her siblings is alive. I thought it best to raise with you. She spoke of an unbroken Dragonstone. But she must be mistaken. We both know the truth. Your children were killed in the war 1,000 years ago, all but Vale. I remember one who stood above the rest, with hair and eyes like fire. What was the name again? Something like...
Zephyr.
My lord?
I do not remember all my children's names or faces, but that one I killed myself.
2 sentences sums up all you need to know about this guy as a father.
Yes.
Moments later, I was imprisoned. Did you collect the body?
I did not.
Then I rescind what I said. The answer is no. And if you find that offspring, bring me a corpse this time.
Yes, Lord Sombron. As you wish.
Well, they're slowly unraveling things.
Thanks for arranging this ship for us, Alfred.
Thank my mother, not me. When I said we were headed to Elusia, she got one of the fleet's finest lined up.
How was everything at the capital?
Well enough. There haven't been any attacks since we left for Brodia.
What a relief.
I told Mother what the other side's been up to. How they're after sovereign blood. She was shocked, of course, to hear about King Morian and King Hyacinth.
So right now she's one of only 2 monarchs left.
Understandably so.
As for the destruction at Flora Port, the royal family will spare no expense on aid. Though it may be years before the harbor is returned to its original beauty.
We must defeat the Fell Dragon so that such horrors never happen again.
What's our plan? When we arrive, do we head straight for Elusia Castle?
First, we should try to learn what we can from the Elusian people. Rings or no rings, If we don't know what we're up against, we could lose everything.
And I'm sure they'd listen to us since we've got Ivy and Hortensia here.
Besides, there's something I need to find out.
And what's that?
Whether Vale is all right.
From our vantage, the hounds certainly didn't seem pleased.
They may attempt to erase her personality. If anyone can do it, that woman can.
I know Vale killed my mother. Nothing we've learned changes that. But I can't help but worry about her. I hope she's not hurt.
Yes, I suppose she's a victim in this too. And she did risk her neck to give us the ring.
Or it was all an act and she's just gaining our trust to stab us in the back. Again.
That's worth considering. We don't know enough to rule anything out.
Still, I don't know if she would have given us Sigurd's ring if she was planning on that. That would be an awfully risky gambit to take, giving your enemy something that powerful just to get in their good graces.
Still, I want to trust her.
Divine One, excuse me. 2 ships flying Elusian colors approach from ahead.
Any sign of the hounds?
None. However, it appears the enemy intends to attack us.
We are finally getting a break from having the 4 hounds as bosses. Get used to it while you still can, because it's not gonna last.
Then we've got no choice but to fight them on the water. Prepare for battle, everyone.
I mean, not literally on the water. We'll still be on ships that are on the water. It's gonna be interesting to fight enemies literally on the water. I think you do that with pirates in the GBA games, but you can do that, I think, at one point in Fates. That map on Revelation where Camilla joins. And, like I've said, this is an obligatory ship chapter. So here's our ship, and just like most obligatory ship chapters, there are some enemy flyers around. So we'll be able to deal with them with our bow users, hopefully. A couple of sword wyverns as well as some axe ones. Then we have ship number 1. Ship number 1 is not as important, but it does have a chest on it. And there will eventually be a thief who tries to go for that chest. It also has some pretty dangerous berserkers, so, yeah, hand axe, killer axe, silver axe, they've got a good variety of things. Silver bow, even more berserkers up here, with mostly the same combination of weapons, sans the hand axe. Yeah, quite a lot of killer axe berserkers, actually, as well as some magic users, and some generals, some more generals, and, another sniper, and we also have an enemy, well, I wouldn't say mage cannoneer, but it's a mage who is using a cannon. A mage cannon. Haven't seen these since chapter 10. So this one has a pretty decent range to it, and a good amount of attack power, hit plus 20. So yeah, that's magic artillery. And on the other side, there is also magic artillery. The magic artillery combined with the rest of the enemies, this, like, basically getting into a good vantage point to actually run in here can be tricky. Generally speaking, trying to combat a lot of enemies in the enemy phase is not entirely wise, given that there are also the magic cannons around. I might be able to snipe some of the cannoneers with Lin, though. But speaking of Lin, we have Lin Don here. Huh, there's a random enemy with a portrait. That's rare, or at least a 3D model in this game. A scholar from Elusia has great hunger for knowledge, which he feeds with studies and experiments. Also, he has a personal skill, and a pretty good one at that, although it's kind of has bad synergy with his Thoron. So we'll think about what to do with him. There's also another chest there. But up here, we have the boss of this chapter. She has 2 health bars, and it's a Bime. A general of Elusia clearly devoted to her duty. Also, she has the Cornered Beast skill, so essentially Wrath. So you'll kind of want to take her down quickly. But, a Bime. Have I heard that name before? Nah, it's probably a coincidence. A lot of people have that name after all. So yeah, we also have our own flame cannon that we can use with any unit. Attack 25, hit 110. So this one has its own fixed stats. 7 ammo. We can use that to aid in our attempts to take on these enemies, but I'll talk about that in a little bit, because firstly, we have to go to unit selection, and also emblem rings, because I took off a few rings when I was fighting in the arena just to get a little bit more SP. So, you take Lucina back.
Lucina!
Let's go!
And then, okay, Ike on you, you have Byleth. And I suppose you can take Erica.
Erica!
I have you.
And I did say I would give Sigurd to Ivy.
Sigurd!
Leave it to me.
Thing with this, though, is there are a lot of archers running about. And if you have no regular ring, I'll give you Navarre S. Okay, all rings present and accounted for. So, let's see. Who's going to fight those? Yeah, we definitely want some archers. I probably need Alcris in the middle. Lapis can probably afford to fly ahead. Alright, Louis can use axes now. Aren't really any cavalry around, so he doesn't need that Rider's Bane. Anna hasn't got much use out of that, so I'll take that. Let's begin, and it's time for some great music.
We're fighting on 2 fronts. Good news is, the ship's got flame cannons that'll set fires and slow down the enemy. Be careful though. Wouldn't want our allies to get caught in the blaze.
You can use a flame cannon by placing a unit on it and selecting Fire! Flame cannons blast a wide area around the impact point and set the terrain on fire, so kind of like Corrin's Vein of Fire. It's more useful for slowing things down than actually damaging them. Be aware the blast cannon reduces foes cannot reduce foes HP below 1. It's just like certain CO powers in Advance Wars. It can hit your allies too, so be careful.
Since the king's death, my country has become something unrecognizable. Elusia's armies serve Elusia no longer, but the hounds. Is this truly what I meant to do?
So remember what I was saying at the end of Lynn's paralogue? That there are certain, like, recruitment tropes in Fire Emblem? And oftentimes somebody with a name and a portrait will say, are we the baddies? Yeah. For some reason, Lyndon is the only recruitable enemy on the battlefield in Fire Emblem Engage. And because you never get him a tutorial for it, a lot of players just kill him by accident. But if we select Aaliyah, you'll notice...
No mistakes.
Okay, Alright, okay, so Ivy can definitely talk to him. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I can tell. It's hard to notice, but you've got the ... there as well. So, Aaliyah can talk to him, so you'll never be screwed out of recruiting him, since Aaliyah will always be deployed. Or Ivy can also recruit him. Or Hortensia, she can do it too. Hortensia's conversation with him is pretty interesting, actually. But, right then. I'm wondering whether I immediately charge in and try and go for like a super duper 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 chain guard with Aaliyah, but what I like to do is lock in everyone's range, then lock in the range of these cannons so I know where I can go to lure enemies and not lure the cannons at the same time. Though sometimes the enemies here don't actually take baiting.
Yes!
What I do kind of want to do though is...
Emblem! Engage!
Usually though, if you snipe whatever is on the magic artillery, it just gets replaced by another mage. Okay, no, that does actually kill you, so... Yeah, may end up getting replaced, in fact. Lyndon himself might end up going on there. It almost reminds me of that one map in Three Houses where, like, there's a generic sage who is actually Hanneman if you don't recruit him, but, like, everyone recruits Hanneman, so you pretty much will never see the Hanneman version of that map. Okay, getting pretty close. Oh, now you have Alacrity++, which is cool.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna see if the enemies take the bait here. And I am actually gonna go for the higher damage.
Ciao.
Yeah, is there like... Yeah, apart from... Yeah, some of those mages can actually get on the cannon, so it's entirely possible that may end up happening, and that'd probably be too many things lured. Let's just go for regular old...
I must fight!
Welp, Emblem's not present and accounted for. I have to restart this. Now with 100% more actually using Leaf. Yeah, let's go with the Javelin here.
Anytime.
Okay. Do I want the... Oh wait, you actually have a Wormslayer, don't you? So okay then, let's actually do that. Let's have the Wormslayer actually do something for once.
Understood.
And now... Yeah, the thing is, you've got to be careful if you're going in here with, tanks, because there's a lot of berserkers in there, and of course, you know, berserkers, they like to chain attack you. Okay, there's a mage over there. I'm just trying to see whether or not I actually, if I do this, There's still a berserker that can attack him. It's just I don't like the massive amount of chain attacks that might happen to me if I go there. I wonder if...
Emblem, engage!
I did say before, usually you don't want to, like, lure a whole bunch of things in the enemy phase, but I'm not taking my own advice here. I just want to see how many of them I can take down with Amber and, because he's not going to get broken, and he has half magic damage thanks to, that. But in that case, I can't run Louis in just yet. And we have 2 incoming wyverns down there. I will attempt to bait them towards Anna at this point.
Ready and able.
That line just makes me think of, like, there's a Pokemon anime episode called Ready, Willing, and Sableye. Oh, but you guys do have that air raid skill. If you initiate combat from a space a foe cannot enter, which in this case, hang on though, Ivy would be immune to that, right? Because she's a flyer. Still though, 16 and then 22, that's like, she gets doubled anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I think I'm just gonna have you go on standby for now.
Sounds perfect.
Yes, that indeed sounds perfect.
For the divine dragon.
I actually wanted John to go the other way, but okay. Let's see. Alright, one of you has a spear. So let's see if you will be dumb enough to get yourself annihilated.
All right.
I think I'm more likely to need a Leer over this side. Seadoll is the thing. Like, is there really anything productive that, like, I can do with the Seadoll dance right now?
How mysterious.
How mysterious! Yes, I don't really think there is. Because it's not like, Alcaraz can Astral Storm twice. So, okay then. Let's see what the enemy does. Alright, well, that was kind of to be expected. I am so glad you didn't crit me, but I'm not exactly a fan of you hitting me.
We'll win this battle.
Why is it the clan just keeps getting low percent crits? Wow, it almost looked for a second like the armor like portion of that guy's arm was so small. I actually thought for a second that Clan had blown his arm off. I mean, I can sort of believe it, but still.
You'll get no sympathy.
Okay, that's what I was hoping for. At least one thing kamikazed itself into Amber. Okay, getting speed's kind of nice, even though his speed is still pretty bad. And that's what I was hoping would happen too. That's more damage than I expected, though. And no Sandstorm, but it's fine, I can take you out next turn. And you are probably... Yes, you're definitely dead. I do kind of like how you can see the height there. Also, our ship apparently has cannons, but we're only allowed to use the actual one in the middle. You knock that Radiant Bow all the way off into the... Just the physics engine can be funny sometimes. Also, you are going on... Yeah, I thought you'd attack Amber. Yeah, wow, that would have been even... That would have been 44 without Ike. Meanwhile, you have a bit of a death wish right now, but ow, that hurt Lapis a lot.
Made quick work of
Speaking of the physics engine, that wyvern just flopped all the way off the deck. Yeah, there's the thief there. And okay. Yeah, see, this is where things get problematic.
They're nice and distracted. Don't mind me, chumps. I'm just here for the treasure.
I'm sure the voice actors playing generic thieves had a lot of fun in this. But yeah, I like how they show up. The thief's escape spot on this map is that lifeboat over there. Speaking of Pokemon references, don't worry, I just thought that I'd test out one of the lifeboats. Which got a lot harsher in hindsight when that actually happened in real life at one point. But anyway, as in like the captain making that excuse to get off a sinking ship, but okay. Well, here's the thing.
I'm okay.
Flyers get, axe flyers get broken, so this is... Well, I would say this is no risk to Lapis, but she could miss.
You're going down.
Or that could happen.
Who's next?
I was just like, nah, there's no way she's getting that crit shit, and then, well, she did, okay. And hey, yeah, Cancer again. So, we've got 2 of them coming up. The problem is, and your range is showing the magic artillery. It's just hard to know how much I can trust that. Okay, you didn't even move in yet, which worries me significantly. However, well, I can't even double you. Well, I mean, I don't know what I was expecting there.
Help me, Emblem.
Remember when I said I wanted to keep Viola von Jorn? Well, wow, do I actually still not W? Okay. Well then, in that case, I probably should use Belongalor, which is what I call Bolganode sometimes. Let's just drop the sun on him! Actually, no, I didn't drop the sun. Like, the sun just flew straight forwards into him. And I guess you can retreat back a little bit. And now Ivy can... I don't think that's in range of the archer. And then that is potentially not going to hit. So, well, that's even worse. Okay, then. And splish. Just fell, just flunk like a stone all the way into the water. Okay, we get Speed Taker though. That might help her out against the other one. And yeah, the music here is called Faraway Eternal Holy Land. It's a remix of Faraway Holy Land, the very first map theme in Engage. Well, if only... Nope, that's actually bad. If only the mages attack Clan, he's probably gonna have a decent time. Yeah, they don't really do much. I probably don't even need to heal him if I do that. However, I do want to make sure he's not in range of the magic artillery, because that damage will add up quite a bit. Yeah, so let's just finish you off. Once again, another enemy on top of that weird boardwalk thing there. Is he gonna fall off? Is he gonna fall off? Nope, I think the shield fell off. I'm having a lot of fun with the physics engine in this map. I think you will stay there.
Still good.
Of course, Amber is looking a little questionable right about now. Alright, I gave him, like, momentum, not cancer. So if I'd given him cancer, I could have, like, done that and then run away. But if I do that, he's still in range of the magic cannon, which I don't really want at all. Although, this right here is still an actual move-toable space. Move-toable space, that's a silly way to word it, but you get the idea. I love it when, like, people dual assist from that far away. And okay, yeah, now you can take this out. I did want to eventually run in and... Okay. That's still not breaking his damage record, though, but I did kind of want Amber to run in later and then do, like, a Great Ether, but... It's not really so much of a good idea when there's that many of those enemies around. Speaking of that many of those enemies around, you have 21 speed, Anna. Do I really just want to straight up lure you in? I can't use the Hurricane Axe or she gets broken, so... Probably do need to do this. Can the Wyvern attack from... No, it should be fine. But I'll do that later on, just in case, because...
I'm here.
Got some other things I need to do. Not least of which is to, let's just have you... I suppose you can Fenzalia. Don't know if I should leap engage yet.
I'll go first.
Alrighty.
And, well, I will appreciate it when Sandstorm was unnecessary. So we've got you there. Yeah, I think right now, the problem is, like, if everything gangs up on Aaliyah and he's the one, like, in the middle of, like, the chain guard. Also, we've got an armor over there who is probably not going to be looking all that friendly at the moment, and even with the Radiant Bow, not really going to do a whole lot. Even with the Moolah gear, not doing a whole lot. And yeah, Yunaka cannot really slice through armors the way she could in the past. And are you in range of Nope, you are... Oh, See, I wanted Clan to go there, but you know what? I may actually have to... You have Cantor now, so I think you'll be able to get out of the way of this. Like, I mean, out of the way of the mages after I do this. So you can Cantor back here. Clan can... Alright, that, I'm pretty sure that pierces, Aaliyah's bondage shield. Pretty sure. But I can at least take you out. I'm not going to skip this animation just because I get the feeling that Clan is going to get a low % crit again. I can just feel it, come on. No, he didn't, okay.
Did you see that?
Yeah, he's still lost a lot of HP. Even with Corrin, his HP is not amazing. And well, there's his canter working. I need to get into a position where I can... Oh, I have Alacrity. I shouldn't be worried about that. And also, this gives me, like, 35 speed. So, this is definitely... I was like, is this the best evasion that I have? Oh, and thanks to an Aaliyah chain attack, I don't even need to worry about whether I need Alacrity or not. I mean, I still had it, obviously. So, right then. So in that case, I should probably just go for the best chance of dodging here.
I'll go first.
So the good news when it comes to... the tome just flew backwards. Again, I'm having a lot of fun with the physics engine in this map, but the good news about Lyndon is that he has Thoron, so usually he'll attack you from outside of your counter range, so you often don't need to worry about accidentally killing him, but, well, it can happen.
Emblem, engage.
It can happen. So, let's obviously need to Bondage Shield, and now... Oh yeah, Anna. Anna was like, yeah, I want to have her move last, just in case I need to, yeah, you guys aren't going for it. I don't want them to move towards Amber, though. I don't think Anna can take both of them. I mean, actually, I can test directly how much damage she takes. 18. Actually, she can take both of them. Which means, theoretically, she should just go into a... Nope, she should not go into a place where she could take a pot shot at one of them, because if she did, then she would, get hit by the Berserker, and then she would definitely not be able to take them. But also, I need to go into a place where they can't melee me. And I don't think there's a place where I can lure both of them and also not have have at least one of them melee me. Okay, so I really hope things don't go horribly wrong near Aaliyah. Speedwing. Actually, this reminds me of that bow chapter in Fire Emblem 7, where, like, the main difficult thing about it is that the boss has a Speedwing, and it's a really dangerous boss because he has a high critical weapon. I usually like to send Marcus after that boss, but, yeah, he tends to be pretty brutal in that map. Lunar crits are a pain in Fire Emblem 7. But, like, lately Luna's been reevaluated as not actually being, like... People used to think Luna was broken. It's not really.
Death does not frighten me. I know my wife awaits me on the other side.
I really hope that's not death to somebody. Okay, that's Alchrist. But it missed anyway. I don't even know if you can bondage shield that. But, I mean, I know this is getting bondage shielded. Well, nope, he dodged anyway. And yeah, okay, that is a double chain attack, though. Yeah, remember that enemy heroes do have access to that Brave Assist. And that will be important later. That not being a kill could actually be unfortunate. Yeah, I really should have equipped the higher power weapon because, hey, we have pass now, that's cool. Right when I'm surrounded by enemies, too. But yeah, I really should have equipped the higher power weapon because I was getting my attacks chain guarded anyway. There was no real reason for me not to do that, but okay. Now, oh, definitely with Sigurd and Seedol, I think Ivy will be able to recruit Lyndon this turn. So that'll be good to do. Unfortunately, I can't double you, so maybe I should actually have somebody try and, like, weaken one of the heroes. Or, you know, probably better to outright destroy the hero. And yeah, these aren't, like, halberdiers. These are lance heroes, which is cool.
Time to finish the job.
Forget if any other Fire Emblem game did have lance heroes. Not counting 3 houses where, like, any class can use any weapon. I still, though, why is hero a male-only class in 3 houses? That makes no sense. It's never really been male-only before. Okay, well, I suppose Ivy will attack this one. Yeah, I'm actually a little kind of worried about, like, Jean is just a little bit off in the speed department of doing, like, the damage that he needs to. Or, you know, rather getting the 1 rounds that he needs to. Huh. Maybe it's better if...
Emblem!
I've never actually seen how you look with Leafs engage. Oh, actually, maybe I have. This look is familiar to me. But okay. So I could just Fenzalia you. I'm not really going to be doing a whole lot of damage. Or I can get the breaky on you. You know what? Maybe I should go for the breaky to quote Tora. Because if I Sandstorm, then he probably dies. Or I could... Yep, look at this! Master Lance, ladies and gentlemen! Brave weapon, only does 20 damage, and has 55% accuracy. Yeah, no, not going for that. Yeah, I think I will actually go for the... I mean, I could just delete you with quadruple hit, and there's plenty of Emblem energy on this map, so you know what, let's actually go for this.
This is my fight. I look forward to this.
I actually did do a lot of testing on quadruple hit, and like, yeah, I did confirm that it does, the whole thing counts as a sword attack, so sword power buffs every single hit of it. However, you'd think that from that, the whole thing is magical because the one sword in the attack is the light brand, but no, only the light brand hit of it is magical. But the whole thing still counts as a sword attack. It's weird, it's very weird. But, okay then. Yeah, my plan was to... You know, to be honest, I might even need Jean to heal this turn. I suppose since I know I'm gonna have to do this turn. See, this is just something that I miss so much in modern Fire Emblem. Actually talking to people to recruit them on the battlefield. It's just, this doesn't really happen much anymore, and I can kind of tell why, but I'm gonna give a whole spiel on this later if I have time.
Princess Ivy, you are alive!
Lyndon, is that you?
You remember me?
Of course. You were a loyal retainer to my uncle, King Hyacinth's older brother.
Do kind of wish that his pre-map dialogue made this a little bit clearer so you knew that Ivy would work.
When father inherited the throne, your lord left the castle, but...
I remained and served for quite a long time thereafter. Princess Ivy, Elusia has not been the same since King Hyacinth's death. If you would grant me the honor, I, Lyndon, would be proud to fight by your side.
Are you certain? If you side with me, you will be opposing Elusia.
Ivy, didn't you say earlier that Elusia is just, like, you use this logic to get Hortensia on our side? It's not Elusia anymore, it's Sombron's kingdom now.
Nonsense. Where you stand, there lies Elusia.
See, you get it, you get it.
I may be getting on in years, but with my magic, I can still open these soldiers' eyes to the truth.
And close their eyes forever. Yeah, that's a little dark, but... Huh. You know, if I fracture you, I might be able to get Lapis in. Unless that's, like, in range of something else. Oh, it is. It's in range of something else very bad. So let's not do that. Let me just check. Wait, no, you're... For some reason, yeah, your movement's not, like, amazing. So I actually can get Lapis in, okay. Gotta make sure to actually, you know, have Lapis be the one to, like, to attack here. Because if I attack you with Lyndon now, then I would end up, you know... I'd waste this break.
I won't waste this chance.
Okay. It's just, what is it for me that, like, with Lapis, it's just... Her personal skill is supposed to make her worse at critting, and yet she just crits all the time for me for some reason. I don't know why. But, I mean, I had Lyndon here. Lyndon would have tried to finish it off, but okay. Also, I can actually turn the Mage Cannon on the enemy, which is cool. Oh, that's too tempting. I have to. I just have to. I like how this artillery is just sort of like, it's kind of implied to be a thing that amplifies your existing magic power, like he's casting 4 through that and it's amplifying it, which is sort of a cool concept. So, right now, yeah, the ship on the right, that's pretty much secured at the moment, but I have not quite made a lot of headway into the left-hand ship yet. So let's see... Oh, it's entirely possible that you'll double me if I do that. Let's not do that today. And Clan is hurting a lot, so he can't lure that Wyvern. And we also have a bunch of Berserkers and also a magic user there, and also... Yeah. Okay. Is there a way that Louis can one-shot you? Well, if I use an engage attack, there is. Oh no, that's actually guaranteed. But that means he gets hit by... Oh no, it's only silver axes, not killer axes. But first, let's dry run this. 11 times 2. Not horrible. But if both of them hit him and then chain attacks happen... that might actually be really bad. Can both of them hit him, though? They can, right. Because what I want to do is, I want to destroy that...
You'll get no sympathy from me.
Although, hang on. This is a weird plan. But this might work. We'll see.
All right.
Didn't need that, but okay.
That was eye-opening.
And it was eye-closing for the enemy. But yeah, so, like, this has, like, fixed power, so it doesn't matter who uses it. But, like, if I fire the cannon there, maybe the berserkers will not be able to reach him. It says open water, but I think it will still happen. Because Louis is still going to get attacked by... Okay. And there isn't, like, another mage in the area who can get on that artillery. It's more that, like... Although, honestly, if I do that, it's very likely the berserkers will definitely not be able to reach Louis. Is that worth getting Louis a little bit shot by a cannon? Maybe it is. I'm so sorry, Louis! Hopefully you can take it. Oh, hey, he took nothing at all. Yeah, he could definitely take it. But with that, yep, they are totally locked in. They can't reach him this turn. He will be losing 10 HP at the start of the next turn, but yeah, so this is where the flame cannon is useful. So okay, we got that secured, we got a chest over here that we... Yeah, Okay, I do really need to heal Lapis right now. I've got rid of the, my Fortify Staff on Aaliyah. My logic with that is that, like, whenever I need the Fortify Staff, I can just get it out of the convoy. Yeah, I'd rather save it for, like, when I really need it. So, okay, there's still quite a lot of enemies here, and also a thief that I need to stop, so maybe I do need to get Clan down onto the, onto this stuff. Also kinda need to heal him, though. Okay, so, yep, you take damage, you don't... 6 times, okay, 6 times 3 is 18. Well, that's 1 crit. And break. Okay, 2 crits, but he doesn't die to that, at least. As long as nothing else can attack him, he's fine. Look at you, Louis, still being a tank this late. And, yes, I'm pretty sure the flame damage can't kill you, but, please correct me if I'm wrong about that, because there's a better than average chance I'm wrong about that. Wow, I W even with Bolganone. So, like, there are some things that Jean can one round, I guess. So let's go for this, then.
I'll go.
Your payback for critting Louis twice.
Should I have held back?
I really hope Louis still does well for me. In fact, I probably should have had Clan take that fight there because Jean can heal. And Louis really needs healing right now, but oh well. So... This is my last turn of Engage, though I have to Great Ether now, and that's going to pretty much be the same result anyway. So let's go Great Ether, Silver... Yeah, that doesn't quite do it. I think I do need the Silver Great Axe with the Great Ether. So that blocks you two off. Does anybody here have, like, a vulnerary? Doesn't look like it. Okay, it's a defeat boss map. I wasn't even sure if this was, like, a route map or not, but okay. Suppose Ivy can grab this now, because she'll have the best chance of getting back again afterwards. Oh, hey, look! A second seal! After we already used, like, 3 of them. I hate when that happens. It's just like in a JRPG where you, I'm sure many of you have had this happen, where in a JRPG, you buy, like, a new weapon for a character, and then you find, like, the same piece of equipment in a chest in the next dungeon. Like, seriously. Like, I'm sure so many of you have had that happen. It's just such a common occurrence by JRPG players. We've kind of learned to accept it at this point.
They're strong.
Yeah, this thing right here is totally impassable. It's like the ultimate ship's wheel ultimate blockage. I don't think you're as likely to one-round that, so I'm not going to have you move in yet. And I'm going to move Lyndon in just because, actually, you can take, probably not Fortify, but, I mean, you can take some healing out of the convoy at least. Because, yeah, Lyndon is, I'll talk about Lyndon later, but Lyndon, don't count him out. He's a pretty good staff user as well as an attacker. He's actually quite good. In one of my maddening playthroughs, I didn't really have anyone else. Well, actually, no. The reason why I ended up using Louis in one of my maddening playthroughs was actually because I was trying to use Gold Mary, and then she turned out to not actually be very good in my playthrough at all, because I used her wrong. I tried to make her a general or a great knight, and I found out the hard way. Those classes are not the best on maddening. So, yeah. So I had to drop her. So it turned out that dropping somebody right before this chapter meant that, oh hey, I could use Lyndon. And as you can see there, Lyndon starts with 2,000 SP, which is really nice. And there's a really silly build you can do with that, that I'm probably not going to actually show it in this playthrough, but I'll probably talk about it, because it's really, really funny. Something that I didn't find out until looking at certain videos online, because it's just I would not have thought about to do it myself, but it's cool. 30. Nah, he's gonna die to that. That is a shame.
I must play my part.
You will play your part like a princess, which you're engaged with right now. Not like engaged to be married to, but engaged as in, you know, the term from this game that often gets people chuckling because it's like, oh, it's just like marriage and stuff. On that note, though, okay, not to be like too negative, but one thing that I've seen like that often kind of bothers me is that like I see this argument so many times. Like some people are like, oh, why did they, you know, make it so that people can't marry each other in this game? It's called Fire Emblem Engage. It's like, no, that's not why it's called that. It's called that because they wanted to make engaging gameplay, honestly. Like, that's literally what they wanted to do. And in my opinion, they really succeeded. In fact, something that's interesting, like, to look at from, like, the interviews... Oh yeah, there is merit in sending Sigurd's user over here, because Sigurd is good at chasing down that thief. In fact, I wonder if that's deliberate. Again, speaking of engaging gameplay, you just got Sigurd back, and now there's a map where you kind of want to chase down a thief. And there goes Amber's Engage. But, oh, I'm out. If I had one space more, but I suppose, oh, no, I have to Goddess Dance. I have to Goddess Dance this time.
Awaiting orders.
So, okay. You can longbow. Just trying to see how I can fully set up this Goddess Dance. Yeah, I guess that might work. So yeah, if I attack you... Yeah, Louis' accuracy has been really good lately. I made the right choice inheriting hit plus on him.
My apologies.
It might just be because Great Knight has better dex than General. But now you can head over here, and then you can use a Radiant Bow on this guy's face, and nope, wait, no, don't do that, don't do that. Yeah, sadly, this is better. No, it's not, because you die. Oh, wait, no, it is better, because I can break. That was just the ultimate example of, wait, no, oh, wait, no, yes, no.
The strength of the stew.
And in the end, I settled on yes. Goodbye, random, okay, oh, that was actually a fantastic level up. So I guess maybe Clan is kind of, things are coming back around, he's getting amazing again. Now that we're getting close to the end. Okay, so now with you 4 in, I can use the Goddess Dance and get that going. So the reason why I was a little worried about making Jean a Sage is it has less of a speed growth than High Priest does. But now this thief is almost certainly not long for this world. In fact, Amber just one-shots him with the longbow. But, yeah, Louis probably needs this. Let's see. No, that doesn't work. And Noaton +1 also doesn't work. If he gains strength a little more. However, if I engage,
Won't you join me?
I don't even need to, I was thinking I'd have to use my engage attack, but no, I just need to use anything, because I get the, well, not anything, I just need to use this, because I get Ephraim's damage boost here. Ephraim, I sometimes say Ephraim, sometimes Ephraim. There you go.
We have you all to thank for this.
And yeah, thieves are not I mean, I kind of get it, like, this one's a little weak, but yeah, I kind of miss some of the earlier games where thieves were worth a lot of experience. And we have a silver bow guy. Let's see. Instead of what's the bow tie on the card guy, tell me about his design, it's what the, what it's about to be, my arrows hitting a bow guy. Nope, that doesn't work. Right, I'll just grab this, well, spawn fragments. I was about to call it experience, but it was not. Okay then, so we have that mage up there. I was about to say nobody's in range, but wait! We have Cedal. Firstly, though, yes, she will move.
Wouldn't miss it.
It'd be really funny if she says that and then she ends up missing in combat. So, dance for you. Not cry for you, because that would be a trail song. I'm making all of the references today. Let's go... Yeah, wow, Master Lance is in 1 round. You know, I could... Nope, that's bad accuracy. Yeah, a lot of Leaf's weapons have bad accuracy. That's another problem with Leaf. It's just... yeah, Leaf is a... I mean, he's better than a lot of people give him credit for. Especially that, like... I was hoping that might happen.
I'm not a child
I also like
anymore.
that double lance jab that you do when you're a backup unit engaged and you're using lances. But yeah, like... Quadruple hit is a much better skill than a lot of people gave it credit for.
worry.
Like, with the right setup, it can do a lot. Like, with every hit being buffed by Divinely Inspiring as well, yeah, you can dish out a huge amount of damage with that. And again, I'm bringing Lyndon closer because because Lyndon does have special boss dialogue with the boss here.
Thank you.
So I want to try and get that at least. He might even end up leveling up. You are an axe user. So the thing is, I like to fight her on my own terms, because I don't want to trigger her skill without meaning to, because that gets very, very dangerous. You know what, why not?
Emblem, engage.
I feel like Ivy, her offense has definitely fallen behind a little in this chapter. But still, with Sigurd, like, I never really realized that you get, like, I still need to go back to Heroes and figure out how to actually pronounce this. I think it's like Daedra, or... Because it's like Diadora in Japanese, and it reminds me because I used to call her Diadora. The old fan translation that I played was not the best for genealogy. In fact, it had literally, like, it didn't even work. It translated, like, the names and menus, but didn't translate any of the story dialogue. But, oh, hi there. Glad I had Anna over there. Is she in range of them, though? Oh, she definitely is. Okay, that's fine. They can just explode now. Hopefully, if I can hit. That's not guaranteed. Nope, there you go. Time to... Nope, you actually fell on the deck. I was about to say time to take a dip in the water. But yeah, the old fan translation patch had that, thing about... Okay, maybe I can... Maybe I should actually Twin Strike now, just to...
Now it's my turn.
Be guaranteed to delete this thing. I called something a thing again.
Why do we repeat our mistakes?
Still not gaining strength, but I mean, that defense is still kind of nice.
My turn?
I was about to say, I don't even have a bow user down here, but it turns out I actually do. Except,
As your steward.
No, yeah, I think that works. Does Elfire work? Yeah, they both have the same accuracy, so let's just do the Elfire, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what it was, whether I was just playing some very early fan translations, or whether I was just kind of bad at patching back in the day, but like, a lot of my early Fire Emblem fan translations, they didn't really work properly. Thracia's fan translation was the weirdest, though. You kind of had to be specifically playing on, like, a suboptimal emulator, because, like, the better emulators just didn't work with it for some reason. You know what, just because I'm going to L-surge you for the infinite accuracy.
All right.
I sort of want to kill those generals before, he's on full health. Maybe I'm okay luring one of them in like that. And I guess I can go for some crits there. But yeah, which sadly means I didn't get to experience the amazing Thracia fan translation that had the In America reference slipped through the cracks somehow. Yeah, it's like on the one hand I want her to come to me, but on the other hand, I don't want her to... I mean, I have a lot of... Oh wait, I was about to say, I have a lot of range attacks, but she has a range attack too, so it's not like I can avoid getting countered by her high crit rate unless I use a longbow. Or thunder, and I have both of those here.
What you got?
Maybe it is better if I try and lure you in with you. Get your health up a little bit. 45 attack, though. 45 versus 50. Okay, you do exactly 30 then. I hope I'm doing that calculation correctly. Let's not attack with Ivy just yet. Let's just get everybody in here, and then... So hopefully I should be able to take out those two generals, and then deal with the boss. Send you a little bit over here just because I sort of want to just get some dance experience, and then move you out of the way, and I wouldn't be able to do that if Alchrist was still there. But yeah, so from the old fan translation, I know, like, Deirdre is, or however it's pronounced, as Diadora, and so I always used to make jokes about her. No wonder her name's Diadora.
I have my orders. You will not survive this battle.
Not survive this... Wait a minute!
You're not just any soldiers, are you?
So, she's dead, right? We're never seeing her again. So, yeah, somehow, the generic Chapter 3 boss did not die back then. And she's now the boss of this chapter. Like, it took me forever to realize this was the same character, but it is. She's also reclassed to Berserker now.
That settles it.
It's just kind of, it's really weird. Like, of all the people to be, like, a recurring enemy, I did not expect it to be a Bime. So yeah, it's time for us to settle an old score.
I have to keep everyone safe.
She was like the one that you, like, this is actually, it's one of those things that I really like about Engage's gameplay. The fact that, like, even if you're not planning on using Clan, you need Clan to beat a Bime, especially on Maddening mode where Mass Rapier doesn't work. So okay then, yeah, I can finish off her health bar with you first. Just for a little bit more experience on Tamara. And now, let's go, let's do this. I'm doing this just for the conversation.
You betrayed us.
I fight to restore Elusia. You fight for its decline. Which of us is truly on the wrong side?
It's a simple but effective boss conversation.
Come on.
You know, one of these days, maybe I'll make a, like a top 10 Fire Emblem boss conversations or something, maybe. I don't know if I have footage of some of my favorite ones, but yeah, like, I know that a lot of it would be, like, some of Ike's boss conversations. Oh, I mean, I can break you with, Lapis. And actually win, okay? Honestly, I don't want to do that. I actually just want to do this, because she'll level up anyway, I think. And then I can get the kill with somebody else.
I'll go first.
All mine! You're going down.
Or she could crit again.
I deserve no less.
Than dying in an awkward position on a flight of stairs. It's just right. I had like a funny sort of satirical book about like acting, and this just reminds me of like there was a photo in there captioned "Wrong way to die," that was like somebody just falling over and just collapsed on the couch in full view of the audience with his arm just hanging over it. Yeah, holding that pose for like an entire scene would be excruciating. But anyway, Amber got MVP again. So yeah, that map is overall a pretty nice breather after chapter 17. And, yep, not even a cutscene, but we do get to explore the ship afterwards. It's just funny we have these cannon. I mean, this is actually a really good-looking cannon model, though. Also, hi there. No, actually, it was Ivy who set you straight, but, yeah,
please.
so, you know what? Okay, while I'm here, I can give that... honestly,
sorry.
it's a topic that I can talk for much longer than just the postscript of a video. But in general, I get why the modern games handle recruitments the way they do. Because a lot of people, like, they've realized that a lot of people play Fire Emblem these days for the characters. It's a huge waste to put a lot of effort into a character, and then, like, most people just don't know how to recruit them. Yeah, characters like Stefan or Xavier in past games, who have insanely convoluted recruitment conditions.
You know.
Yeah. Also, we'd surely avoid scurvy if we all ate an orange.
Right.
How to ruin a pirate rhyming song. In one line. Anyway. Yeah, I can see why they haven't really done that as much in the newer games, but at the same time, one, I miss recruitments that you actually had to put in effort for. It just kind of felt nice figuring them out. And two,
Yes.
I'm sorry to just go into, I swear, I don't, hate Three Houses.
well-
I've recently realized that, I don't have issues with Three Houses as a game, but more, as a Fire Emblem game. But, one of the things that I will actually criticize about Three Houses, legitimately, is that I don't like the way they front-load all the characters. Everybody who ever will be recruitable on any route is all shown to you in, the first chapter in the monastery. And with that, I just feel it takes the mystery out of recruitments. It's you'll see, an enemy commander and be like, oh, I wonder if this person joins. They could have even done that on Three Houses with people like Judith, Randolph, and Ladislava, but they didn't. None of them are playable. Only people who you're introduced to in, the first chapter are playable. And I do at least appreciate, even though it's weird how Lyndon is the only character in Engage who you recruit on the battlefield. It's a very strange thing to actually, happen. And the fact you get no tutorial for it is even, weirder. Oh, okay then. But I do at least appreciate how Engage staggers out the recruitments. So, you get people... You get more and more people as you go into the game, and even this late in, we're getting people. And what's also really cool about Lyndon is that unlike some of the late joiners in Awakening and Fates, Lyndon actually has a lot of supports. And I know a lot of people just... And this is part of why, the developer interview for Three Houses was saying, well, we knew that, most people who play Fire Emblem just don't get attached to the late joining characters because they haven't been around long. And I feel like that's the case with Lyndon. Lyndon doesn't get talked about much in the Engage fandom because he joined so late, but if you make an effort to use him, he actually does have some pretty solid supports, and he actually has supports. It's not like the Avatar sexuals in Fates, who... That term is people who can only support the Avatar and nobody else, which I still think sucks, and I'm glad that's over. But yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes I also think did a good job of balancing things. You do recruit characters from the enemy side gradually over the course of the story, but the way it's done is not too obtuse, and also, here's the thing, I think the way to handle it is to, and they kind of failed this with Lyndon here, is to have the late joining characters be people who you already know, who are people who are established as NPCs in the story, but you don't, actually get to recruit them until quite late. They're all off fighting other battles. For example, in Fire Emblem 7, let's just say part of the reason why Battle Before Dawn is my favorite chapter in that game is, somebody who joined in that chapter was the last character I ever expected to be recruitable. And they didn't fall into the normal pitfall because they were a character who was very important in the story. They had a lot of scenes up until that point, so you didn't feel like they were someone you didn't know. But it still felt so thrilling when you finally realized that they could join your army. And with that, I'm going to end that topic, and I'll see you all next time for... Depending on how many supports I just unlocked, I already have a support between you two, okay. I might just straight up do a paralogue instead of a Somnial part. So, I'll see you all next time.